XXXTentacion murderer is convicted to life behind bars. Daz Dillinger demands money from Jay-Z for plagiarism. Childish Gambino wanted to diss Drake, and 6ix9ine attackers arrested. This and more in today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe as we get started. Enjoy the video. XXXTentacion's murder trial, which has lasted since 2018, was recently concluded when the jury unanimously found all three suspects guilty of first-degree murder and armed robbery. But the verdict was not handed down until yesterday. You'll spend every hour and week and year in your cell, and one day you have passed on, and on that day you would have served your sentence, the judge said as he sentenced the three criminals to life in prison. This is a loss we will never recover from, said Jossé's manager, Sobande. We'll never get to see José live to his full potential. We will never get to watch him grow old. We'll never get to watch him be a father. The three men will have no chance for parole or early release for good behavior, which seems like proper justice. Long live José. Daz Dillinger claims Jay-Z owes him money after allegedly being inspired by one of his tracks to write the song Still DRE. During a recent interview with the Homegrown Radio podcast, the rapper talked about his time at Death Row Records, his business ventures, and more. However, at some point in the conversation, Daz made an interesting revelation regarding one of Dr. Dre's biggest hits. It has long been known that Dre asked Jay-Z to write lyrics for Still Dre, which became his comeback after debuting in 1992. Daz, however, claims that Jay borrowed and retooled some of his lines for those ghost-written bars. Dillinger said that according to whosampled.com, a track entitled Serial Killer was implicated as a reference on Still Dre.
So when you look at whosampled.com, it says they implicated Serial Killer in Still Dre, which they did when they took my line.
I said if you ain't up on things, Snoop Dogg is the name, dog pound the gang.
Nobody. You ain't up on things. Dr. Dre is the name, I'm ahead of my gang.
So in my mind, Jay-Z was listening to Serial Killer while he was writing that motherfucking rhyme.
Do you get paid?
And I want to get my money for that.
It's not yet clear how the situation will develop further. Daz Dillinger is not shy about letting people know when he's out. He once demanded that Suge Knight pay him back, and for the sake of eloquence, he threatened him with a screwdriver until he was issued a check for $2.5 million. Do you think Jay-Z had the right to use Daz's line as inspiration? Or does he still have to pay royalties for using someone else's idea as little as he did? Share your opinion in the comments as we move on. Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, has revealed that one of his most provocative and hate tracks, This Is America, was originally going to be a Drake diss. The song's lyrics and the video reflect social and racial injustice, police brutality, and the broader issues of mass shootings and gun violence occurring in the United States.
Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now.
However, Glover revealed that the track actually started out as a joke and was meant to be a diss to a Canadian rap star. I had the idea 3 years before. I told Hero the idea and he's like, I really wanna do that. The idea for the song started as a joke. To be completely honest, This Is America. All we had was that line. It started as a Drake diss, as a funny way of doing it. But then I thought it sounded kind of hard, so I was like, let me play with it, said Glover in his recent interview. If that was the case, then it's pretty fascinating how instead of arguably the biggest banger of 2018, we could have got a funny diss aimed at Drake, although maybe it would still become a banger. What do you think? Share your opinion down below. Remember how in one of our recent videos we told you about the attack on 6ix9ine and his severe injuries? As of now, the rapper is already out of the hospital and he seems alright. But the same couldn't be said about his attackers. 3 men were arrested, and it turns out that one of them was indeed a high-ranking gang member. But neither this gang nor the attackers themselves were in any way associated with the testimony that Daniel gave to the authorities 3 years ago. Just imagine having nothing to do with the situation and feel obligated to make it your business. Very weird, Tekashi wrote on his Instagram. In addition, immediately after leaving the hospital, 6ix9ine released a video for his recent track Boney, which was filmed on Cuba.
Pero siempre caminé con los pies sobre la tierra porque no tuve zapatos.
During the filming, by the way, Tekashi tried himself in the role of a Cuban hard worker and showed everyone that there is nothing shameful in working with your hands, even if you are a famous rapper.
Here. I'm taught to take out the dead weed.
And now we'll talk a bit about some releases from today. First up, we have Ray Sremmurd, authors of worldwide hits like No Type and Black Beatles. They are back with their first album in 5 years. Srem for Life is the long-awaited fourth installment in the series that made Ray Sremmurd famous all over the world. The release consists of 14 songs and features now imprisoned Young Thug and the ubiquitous Future. One song that for sure deserves special attention is the potential drill hit Not So Bad Lean's Gone Cold, in which Sway Lee sampled Eminem's iconic track Stan.
Activate. Only smoking gas and a nigga call it elevate.
Lil Yachty, on the other hand, hasn't yet presented us with an album, but instead has dropped a single. Named Strike Holster, this track is quite reminiscent of the rapper's recent hit Poland. However, Lil Boaty is indeed cooking up an album, which will most likely consist of similar songs.
I was trying to strike shit, I was trying to strike shit, I was trying to strike shit.
Another single released this Friday is the new R&B song Falling by Joey Badass, which is also accompanied by a music video. Same as with Lil Yachty, this year we're gonna hear a whole album from this artist in this particular style.
Roses red, violets are blue. I just might cut off all my hoes for you.
And with that, we say goodbye to you. Share your opinion on the news and releases down in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked the video. You were watching Rap News USA, and see you soon.